All right, Sonia Edwards in the studio with us again for our insurance tip of the week. What do you have? Huh.
Well, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Okay.
So I have a story of something that really happened to me recently that I thought would be a very good cautionary tale about life insurance. And the whole point of Life Insurance Awareness Month is to make sure that you remember to review your life insurance policy, or if you don't have one, looking into getting one. But as everyone knows, my mom passed away this last December, and she was a keeper of records. I went through paper after paper after folder after folder. So, anything that existed, I had it, knew about it. And then I guess it was last week or maybe the week before, got a letter in the mail addressed to her with a bill for $2 for a life insurance policy that I didn't have in my records. And it happens to be a company that we represent, so I thought we wrote it, and my imagination started running away from me, wondering how much is that policy? I wonder how much it is. You can't help it, that's just what you do. So I called them. It wasn't written through our agency, just was a coincidence, it was the same company. And they wouldn't tell me anything about it. They were very mysterious. They said they had to send me some paperwork that I had to fill out, and my brother had to fill out, and we would send back to them, okay? So we got the paperwork, we filled it out, we had to send original copy of our death certificate, all this stuff, and still didn't hear anything about it. So I called them again late last week and got a hold of a different person, because they wouldn't, like I said, they were very mysterious the first time. And then she finally, this time, I got a hold of somebody who was nice, and she said, well, it was purchased in 1940, and it is for $250. My mom was born in 1939.
Okay.
So her parents must have bought it for her. And so if that had been the only insurance policy she had, it probably would have been a good idea to update that. So.
Well, yeah, no kidding. Now, was it worth more? Did it have a bigger face value at some point? No. Just $250.
And it was just so funny because I told the lady, I said, well, I guess I'll quit worrying about it so much then. Just whenever y'all get ready to send the check, send the check.
Yeah, in 1940, that's probably a good sized funeral.
It was, yeah, exactly. And the whole thing about it is, I make a joke about it. And of course, my mom, it was a whole different situation, but it's amazing how fast 79 years goes by.
Yes.
And so you don't want to, you bought your policy, maybe you don't have one at all, but say you did and you bought it right after you graduated from high school or right after college, you need to look at it again, because things change and time goes by fast, and your needs have gone by fast, and your family's potential needs if something should happen to you. So it's always a good idea to review those policies, look at the limits, talk to your agent about your options, and if you don't have life insurance, you need to look into getting some, because the question who needs it is everybody needs it. There's different amounts that you may need depending on your situation, but everybody needs life insurance.
Mine's got one of those policies that it's half is always guaranteed, and then it doubles if it's an accident. So Stacy's always said she's going to get Rick to help me drag me out to the transmitter. She wakes up and I'm dead.
Now, how did I get involved with this? I'm just standing here innocently.
I know.
She probably give you a cut.
Okay, Stacy, give me a call when you get a chance.
Yeah, I've joked that my best thing, if something should happen to me, is if I'm driving for work, then you get life insurance, PIP, and workers' comp.
Well, I tell you, talking about
Get the whole shooting bag, yeah.
seriously about this life insurance thing, I've found out over the years with with my father passing and your mom and stuff like that, it's a really good idea to have some life insurance, because if not, you're going to really straddle your relatives with some big bills.
And how long does it typically take? Does it vary per insurance? Yeah, like for instance, from a death until the time that you get the money in hand.
It varies per insurance. I know that I've been told, and I don't know for sure, but that sometimes the smaller the policies, the more difficult it is to get them to pay, which is odd. But
Really?
I don't know.
Huh.
But I do know that and I understand why, because of potential fraud, they do require a lot of paperwork.
Right,
but
yeah.
I know our experience with my mom's, not the $250 one, but others came back pretty quickly.
Huh.
But,
Now, how did that insurance company, do you think they found out about it? Is there a national database or something?
No, I don't really know, because it was a bill for $2. And I don't know if she'd been, but the thing is, there wasn't any copies of it, because if she had paid $2 a year, there would have been a record of it.
Oh, yeah.
But I couldn't find it, so I really don't know. It was addressed to her, so we'll see.
Well, most funerals today are about $10,000.
Right.
You know, for a funeral, about 10,000. If you don't have some life insurance policy or some kind of burial policy or something to cover that, you're really going to have, your kids are really going to be having to deal with this stuff. So I suggest that if you haven't done that, you need to. And if you're younger, in your 20s and 30s, don't think that you know, getting life insurance is something for old folks.
Right, that's right.
Okay. Hey, how do we get a hold of you, Sonia?
You can call us at 940-549-2525. Come see us, second floor Sierra Bank Building in downtown Graham, or visit us online at www.bryanins.com.